Can y'all see me? All right. Hey, y'all. So, welcome. We are live. Are y'all able to see this pretty good on YouTube? I have like this new little streaming software. So, let me know if y'all are able to see me. I'm going to wait for a few of you guys to get in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How are y'all? All right. So, let me share this real quick with. Okay. I guess y'all are seeing it, so that's cool. All right, so we're going to be talking about settling for more and not less. Now, most of you guys think, oh, well, women shouldn't settle. Most women settle, but are you settling for more or settling for less? This is something you have to ask yourself. Some women settle for less, and some women settle for more. I think a lot of women know when they settle for less because they're always needing or wanting more materially. And then when women settle for more, they have everything they want materially, right? But they had to sacrifice a few things that the women who settle for less may have, but can't really enjoy fully because the lack of funds. So we have to realize, which one would you rather settle for? Because you're going to settle for one or the other. It's always going to be that. So the best way to choose is know yourself, know exactly who you are and what you need in order to be happy in life. Okay, for a long time. And that's how you're going to choose, because some women will go with the good looking, guy, and then they'll be broke. And then those looks will fade, and then they'll be broke and bad looking. Okay? And this is why a lot of people also get divorced, because of money, and people change. So you're also going to run into change. That person could gain weight, they could go bald, they could lose their job, they could get in some type of situation where they can't even work anymore. So what are you going to do? You know, then you're left struggling with someone who you're no longer even attracted to and have to keep all the bills paid. So that to me is a literal nightmare. That's why you should always settle for more, because if you don't, it could turn exactly into that. Okay. But if you settle for more, you got money. You have things that you could definitely fall back on. You have a lot of things that, is saved up. You have accounts and savings and stuff. So you have a lot of money to do whatever you need to do, whether it's care for the individual. If they can't work anymore, they have insurance, they have all this money saved, they got the 401k, retirement, all that in place. But if you settle for somebody that's still struggling with, it's all on you. And that's the one thing that I don't really like, when it's all on the woman after a certain time. Okay. He may get like a little compensation check or something if he hurts himself, but is that enough for the lifestyle that you want to live? So we can't base and judge, the person. It's not about the person, it's about the lifestyle that they can provide. Because you're not going to be upset literally at the person, but you're going to be upset at the situation. So you need to make your situation work the best you can with what you choose to settle for, whether it's less or more. Okay. And I know a lot of you guys are young up here, and the best way to tell somebody has money is their age and what their career is. You just look up the average salary for that person's career. It's literally the best way you can tell. Um, or you can just straight out ask them, what do you do for a living? And then go and Google average pay salary or average salary for this person. And it'll say, like, entering the field, been there for a while, or like been there for a long, long time. They make more money the longer they stay in their field. So that's all you got to do, is literally just Google what they do for a living. I tend to look at their cars and their shoes, and if they talk a lot about money, they really don't have a lot, okay? Because people that wanna brag and pretend they have something will talk about it too much, and it's not impressive if they're not spending it. So, most men with money are not going to talk about money or what they have, okay? Unless you ask them or it comes up casually in a conversation, okay? Um, I don't know how many of you guys have settled with someone that you regret settling with, but and I know a lot of you ladies have settled down with someone who wants you to pay and all this kind of stuff. And I know you can probably tell that if that relationship continues as is, you're not going to be happy for long. Okay, you're going to be like upset, and especially the older you guys get, y'all aren't going to be the same people that you were when you first met. Okay, so make sure you're choosing correctly. Okay. Um, what does it mean when a man tells you about his exes a lot of times? That means that you're the rebound. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bags and trips are small trinkets. I want houses. Exactly. So go for someone who can afford a house, a nice car, maybe some land. If you want a boat, whatever. Don't go for the little things, especially if you're trying to get married in the very near future and you're dating for, to find who you want, the type of man that you want to settle with, then make sure it's for lifestyle. Because if you don't marry for lifestyle, you're going to marry for something that is very risky. Okay. The less you marry for lifestyle, the more risky your marriage will be. That means the most likely you will get divorced. Okay. Because you're marrying for conditions. You're marrying for love, you're marrying for fidelity, you're marrying for looks. And a lot of that stuff is going to fade within, I don't know how long the average couple stays married, but if let's say you stay married for 20, 30 years, at some point, something is going to happen. You're going to find out. Or at some point, their looks are going to change. Or at some point, your looks are going to change. And some point, something's going to happen that's not happening at the moment you get married, right? And at some point, you're going to want to do more. So you might want to marry someone who can give you the more instead of the less. So they may not be the best looking, they may not be the whatever you need them to be, but they can provide everything that you want to see in your life. You know what I mean? And for your children and all of that kind of stuff. So don't settle for less. It's not going to happen. You say, can I get a TikTok? No, I'm so sorry. I don't want a TikTok, but thank y'all. I have enough people posting stuff on there of me already. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, they're doing a good enough job. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You want to marry a rich man without sex before marriage? Is that possible? If you find somebody that agrees with it, find somebody that can't do nothing. They don't want it anymore. They find someone who agrees with that lifestyle. Yes. Um, you said, how do you protect yourself from STTs? Condoms, going to the doctor. They have female condoms now, going to the doctor, making sure, and all that kind of stuff. But the thing, don't like, if you suspect your husband of cheating, wear protection every time. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, do you really think it's necessary to get an ugly man there typically? Okay, so for me, it's necessary if you want more money for a long time with no problems. There you go. I mean, you're always going to have issues, but less issues. Okay, there you go. How do you set your boundaries without dumping him every time? Set him up from the beginning and remind them in a nice way that they're crossing those boundaries and you're uncomfortable, or stop reacting to them when they cross the boundaries and walk away. You don't have to break up with them. You don't even have to say anything. You just say, I don't like that, and walk away. Don't deal with them until they respect your boundaries. Okay. Just treat them like a child. Um, let me see. Thank you. These guys been asking for Cash App just to bait me and then never send the money to continue to talk. Oh yeah, that's what they're doing now. No, tell them to Cash App you first, and then if nothing comes through, nothing's gonna happen, baby. You got to be smarter than that. Send them your Cash App until the thing comes through. You don't say nothing else. Okay. The next text is the Cash App. Cha-ching. So speaking of Cash App, my Cash App's down there too. Y'all see it on the screen. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I'm sorry, I had to take something. Oh, thank you, the great goddess. I appreciate you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, and plus, you don't want to be with somebody that can't do anything for you or the children that you're going to have in an emergency situation. I don't want to be left looking distraught and crazy, and some grown man is sitting next to you and can't help you. That's the worst feeling when you're married to somebody and you have kids and they can't do nothing for you in an emergency situation. Who are you going to go to? That's the issue. That's what I think about the most. If they don't got it, who has it? So thank y'all. Girl, how do you find the rich man? Go to where they hang out, baby. Find the cars in the parking lot. Go to the nice office buildings. Find restaurants next to there. Go there for lunch and happy hour. The restaurants next to the office buildings. That's where most people go to lunch who have jobs and careers in those nice office buildings. Find some nice office buildings in your area. Look for the cars in the parking lot. Hit the bar up for lunch at the restaurant, and go to the bar at the same restaurant for happy hour. That's where they're all going to go hang out. Mostly, they tend to go near where they work. Okay. You said you saw an eviction video and a lady had a grown man there sitting there and he couldn't even help. Exactly. That's why you don't want to face that. If you have a man, you should not have no eviction notice on your door. Okay. And I don't care how much they say they love you. If they love you, they would pay for you. Okay. Bam. If he loved you, he would pay for you. Hold on, let me fix this. I had a typo. Y'all know I'll be always having typos with these nails. All right. So if he loved you, he would pay for you, ladies. Remember that. He could afford you. Because sometimes loving someone means being responsible for them and the offspring. That's it. If he love you, he gonna make sure he got money saved, emergency funds for you, and if y'all have children, he's gonna make sure you're always gonna be okay in case something happens to him. So you're gonna be on that insurance or whatever. But if he loves you, he will pay for you and take care of you. If he don't, you're always gonna be asking and mad, and it's never gonna work out because you settled for less. So think about this. The opposite, settling for more. You never have to worry about anything. You stress less, you sleep well. You go out as if you have no worries, big like financial worries. You go to the store, spend what you want, buy what you want, come home to a nice house. I mean, that's really the life that most women want to live. They don't want to struggle. They don't want to work and then have to come home and take care of kids and then be a wife and a mother. They don't want to have to do all that unless they have to. So a lot of men expect women to do that. They expect them to work harder than them as men, and it's not the type of man you want, because then you really will be settling for less. So don't ever go 50-50, because that's also settling for less. And until we stop accepting 50-50, it's going to continue to be asked for. So all women have to say no to 50-50 until the men get their money up, and then they can afford a wife or to live with a woman. Otherwise, they can stay in their little 1-bedroom apartment with their, video games and mattress. Other than that, don't bother women if you can't provide for them. That should be the new thing. Like, if you can't provide for a woman, don't even bother her. Yeah, if she's pretty and you want to buy her a drink, great, but don't let it go past that. If you can't provide a drink and move on, right? And ladies, if he's not trying to give you his number, or he's not going to call you, if he doesn't call you after you guys meet, maybe he couldn't afford you. And I keep telling y'all, women, sometimes men can't afford you. They can only afford the drink they bought you at the bar when they had the conversation. That's all they can really afford. They wanted to live in a fantasy for 5 minutes while they had a conversation with you. So when they don't call you, it means they can't afford you. So don't worry about being ghosted because they were broke, or they had a girlfriend already and they just wanted a conversation and a drink. Okay. So don't get too wrapped up as to why these guys aren't calling. They can't afford you, or they got someone already. And that should be enough. And it should have just been a drink or a conversation and just moved on, right? Because our goal is to what? Get his money. And if he don't have none, we can't get it, right? How are we supposed to get his money if he don't have none? Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. So make sure you make sure you know the difference between a man who can afford you and one that cannot and just wants a conversation. Oh, thank you, girl. Sprinkle Sprinkle, you became a member in the house. I appreciate you. Also, Lulu is a member. Sprinkle Sprinkle. I'm gonna shout out the members now. I could do it like on this little screen, so that's kind of cool, right? All right. So hold on. Your boyfriend wants to marry you so I can be on his insurance so I can get my LASIK for blind. All right, we'll go get it, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's a good idea. Okay. The cat is yelling in the background because I won't open the door. I don't want them in here while I'm going live because they make noises and then they want to get out, and I like my door closed. Okay. You worry about someone being jealous and sabotaging your relationship. How do I stop this anxiety? Don't hang around people when you're in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, it should be you and him. Don't bring friends around them if you think they're going to sabotage you. You know, don't introduce him to people you think that are going to sabotage the relationship. Simple as that. Do you recommend dating men from wealthy families, or they have their own thing going? As long as they're spending money, I don't care what is happening. As long as they're spending money on you, paying for you, giving you nice gifts, paying some bills, I don't care where the money's coming from. As long as it's being spent on you, that's the difference. Okay, Whitney B, member in the house. Auntie is right about going out during the day. You went to carpool this morning, and there are mid and older men everywhere. Yes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yeah, y'all got to understand that daytime is when the most successful guys hang out because they're asleep at night because they have to work or they run businesses. Okay. Let me see. Is it true that wealthy men can sense when women act? They may prefer women to be herself, or should we keep acting? You have to be so good at what you do that they can't tell it's acting. Okay. So practice on people. Everywhere you go, practice whatever act you got to practice, and then it won't be an act. It'll literally be very realistic. Okay. So y'all need to practice your acts. Okay. I'm live, not every day, but some days. Most days. Most weekdays, yes. But settling for more will get you more in the long run, get your children more in the long run, and their children more in the long run. So stop being selfish. If you marry just for looks and that man ain't got no money, you're being selfish. And I know a lot of y'all pick meishas are going to say, well, what if the baby ugly? Well, what if the baby's broke? Okay. What if the baby's broke and needs surgery? What if the baby's broke because the daddy's broke? What if the baby ends up going to bad school systems and, I'd rather my child be smart, intelligent, safe, and healthy than look, you know, like the baby daddy. I don't care. If I look good, the baby gonna look good, period. So, don't be a pygmisha and worrying about looks. That's very, what they call that? Poverty mind. They call that poverty mind when the woman wants the kid to be cute. So, um, instead of paid, okay, there's a difference. So stop being a pygmisha with that. All right. Um, Whether the dude acts like he don't have no money, but does he provide for other women? That he don't want you, sprinkle, sprinkle. So you have to realize if he is not providing for you, he don't want you. If he's providing for other people and not you, and says he don't have any money, that means he don't want you to know he has money because he doesn't want you. Okay, so y'all have to listen between the lines. Y'all have to read between the lines. Don't try to force your way into anything. Like if a guy is not honest with you about how much money he has because he doesn't want to spend it, that means he's not planning on spending it on you. So just get yourself out of the picture. Just because they have it don't mean they're going to spend it on you. You may be a placeholder for the woman that they're waiting for. So you need to also realize that. Um, okay. You said they're asking to sleep with you so soon. Then ask for money, girl. You don't have to sleep with them, but if they're asking to sleep with you so soon, you should be asking for bills paid so soon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay, uniquely made, sprinkle, sprinkle. But like literally, just get his money if he's willing to give it. All right. Otherwise, move on quickly because they're wasting your time and they're seeing how long you're going to waste time with them to try to get something out of them they're never going to give you. So just move on. It's not worth it. Y'all are trying too hard with the wrong targets. And if you are not um, aiming for the correct targets, and if you're not attracting the correct targets, you're going to struggle with trying to get someone to give you money. That's it. Literally it. um the right target will offer. They will offer you. If you ever need anything, just let me know. I got that. Let me do that. They will go above and beyond to get things for you, to pay for things for you, to ask if you need anything. That's how you know you got the correct target. If you are dating men who aren't offering you anything, they are the wrong target. Especially if you've hinted around, especially if you've mentioned something, especially if you've mentioned you're in some type of bind and they only offer you, information instead of the financial help that you probably need. They're not trying to spend. Okay. So you need to make sure that you understand the difference. One is going to spend and offer you exactly what you need before you even ask for it, or right when you drop hints and clues, they're going to offer you. If they don't really want you. So you must make sure you're paying attention. Okay. This is why you need more than one target, because if one doesn't come through, the other one probably will. Oh, God is well read in the house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How you doing? Oh, thank you, Candy Queen. If he's not cute, he or she can get plastic surgery with the money. True, but I don't, people grow into their looks. I mean, there's makeup, there's all sorts of things that people can, do to make their looks better. I mean, think about most of the women who don't wear makeup or hair. What are they looking like, baby? They here. They can make themselves look good. Just get the money. That's what it's really all about. Thank you, Candy Queen. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Just get the money. Worry about the looks later. People grow into their looks. Okay. Okay. What if your options know each other? Then you live in a small town and you need to pick the one with the most money, baby. Right? You need to pick the one with the most. How to get, well, what? You don't listen to broke men, period. Then you want. You said how to get princess treatment, starting to think a lot. not all men are romantic to provide princess treatment. A lot of men aren't going to, so pick the ones that are. Okay, the ones that do, that's the ones you need. The other ones, bypass. They can have Pygmeisha in them, Barbara the Builder in them, okay? Because there's someone for everyone, okay? Sometimes those men aren't for us, they're for Pygmeisha in them. Okay, LLC got it for you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. What if he's willing to pay all bills, okay, but still wants his wife to work, but not requiring her to any of her money thoughts? Then work a part-time job for 2 hours a week, or volunteer somewhere, or start your own business, okay? Because like if you start your own business, you can have an online business or an online store or an Amazon store, whatever. It's work, but you don't do nothing but stay home and click some buttons, baby. Literally 10 minutes a day. So that's work. I literally feel like men who want you to stay busy are trying to stop you from cheating, really, or so that they don't feel like you're not doing anything. So if you have stuff to do, he may consider not caring if you work or not. But also it kind of gives them the type of feeling like, if I don't want this woman anymore and I leave her, at least she still has a job. So it kind of gives them a way to have a back out plan if they choose to leave. If they choose to divorce you, well, she got money, she's been saving, and she has a job, so I don't care if I leave. But if you were less likely, he would be less likely to leave if you didn't have an income. Then you could get alimony, depending on what state you're in. So I would have a very small part-time job if you don't want to start your own business, that maybe 4 hours a week, and that would be it, because that is considered work. But I'm not going to go every day or for 8 hours. Okay, because I don't like it. To me, he sounds like he needs you to stay busy, and just in case you try to leave, you got some money. Not his. But I would have my own business if I'm going to do anything. Don't work for other people. If you have the option to keep your own money, invest it into yourself. Okay. Right. Okay, y'all must be very young. Okay. You don't rely on a man's word about being broke. You get his name, you get his number, you get his profession, and then you go to Google and you help yourself out by researching. Okay. Ask him if he has a card, a business card, or whatever. You got to do your research. If he's paying for expensive drinks, you should, see how much the tab is adding up to. Make sure you see his car. And see if he looks like he's in pain when he opens his wallet, when he opens his wallet to pay the tab. See if his eyes look like it's doing like that. Because a lot of times it hurts men to pull out their money to pay. You could see it in their eyes when they don't have it, baby. All right, True Religion. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. You said how much sex should you have with your husband to keep him chasing you? Less than you think. The less you have, the more they chase. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How much? Yeah. The less you have, the more they chase. Your eye twitching, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, how y'all doing? So, don't worry. Okay. So settle for more, not less. Okay. He may be boring. He may not be all you want him to be, but he's paid. And that's all you need in the long run. Remember that. Because you can still have a best friend. You can still hang out with your friends and family. And if you have kids, your kids, it's not going to make or break you, because you got money. You can go on vacation. You can do whatever you want. You can go shop. You can go do whatever you want. Start a business. Go on vacation, like I said, twice in a year if you want. You do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. You said, would I leave my husband if there was no emotional connection? No, as long as there was a financial connection. Give me some money. You know why? Because I think it's because I have kids. I don't know how many of you guys have children, but if you get married and have kids, your kids literally become your emotional connections. Like you love through them. And so after a while, it doesn't really matter if you're going to have kids anyway. The husband usually gets pushed to the side anyway. Literally. Once you have kids, especially more than one, the husband is like last on the radar. Oh, God is well read. You're going to Germany, girl, on his dime. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good for you. Yes. Well, have fun. God is well read. All right. So, yeah, you literally become more attached to your kids anyway. And if all you have is him, then it's going to get old anyway after a while, after the honeymoon period is over. Like after the first couple of years, you're going to be bored. Okay. And you're going to need something else to do. So that's why I say either start a business, get a pet, have some kids, because you'll be really bored. Uh huh. All right. What advice do you have for a married woman? How do you keep him on his toes? Say less, do less, look better. Say less, do less, look better. Look good all the time. Don't tell him as much information, only need to know, and that's how he'll keep chasing. When you go somewhere, he ain't got to know where you're going every time. When you don't have to cook and clean every day. You can just, or you taking me out tonight, order in. I'm not doing that. And look good while you're doing it. That's how, because then they don't think they got you. They got to keep working on you. They have to keep on your toes because you're leaving and they don't know where you are and you're not giving them as much information anymore. So they're going to keep their eyes open. They're going to appreciate you more when you're there, especially if you're not always up under them. So make sure you do that. Uh-oh, Sister One, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Appreciate you. You said, how do you get back on the market for the right one after being misused? The next day, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The next day. When I was younger, because I didn't take anybody seriously enough to care enough. So I was out there the next day or the same day. The same, we broke up. I'm there at the club or the bar, or whatever, the same night. I don't care. I'm not wasting no time. You just move on until it no longer is an issue in your mind. Just keep moving on. All right. Because think about this, you're going to get mistreated at some point by somebody. There's nothing you're going to be able to do about it but prevent it for the next time. So it happened. Now it's time to move on and get another one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Black Barbie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say, is James ugly? Why did you meet him? What did you think? He was, to me, he was not my type, but he was, in a way. It was kind of weird. It was like he was my type, but then he wasn't, because I was so young. So I had a lot of types. But after he started paying my bills, he became my type. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How you doing? I'm like, that's my type. That's my type. Uh-oh. Okay. So, James Freeman, how do you handle a man that does everything you want financially, the trips, the money, the jewelry, but he's controlling and verbally abusive and also pressuring you to get married? I would take his money. It's like I would demand more and more stuff, and then I would take it and I would sell it or save it. And then I would probably leave, because I don't do controlling people or verbally abusive unless it's me doing the controlling or verbally abusing the person. We would have to flip that script, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It couldn't be me. I would have to be the abuser in that situation. Okay. So if you have a controlling person, I just feel like, the best thing you can do is get their money, and if there's only so much you can take, get their money and be out and go find something else, But I don't ever feel like someone should be allowed to verbally abuse you unless you're going to verbally abuse them right back. Then it's fun, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you can't do it back, then it ain't no fun, okay? All right. Let's see. He is rich, but not a provider and keeps chasing me. I dumped him. He plays dumb and never stops, cooks in home and invites me crazy advice. Send him your Cash App and tell him stop calling you and stop texting you unless he got some money for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, thanks for being a member, LaDonna. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Welcome. Okay, so if he can't give you no money, then tell him to stop texting you. No, you don't want to come eat his home cooked food. No, you don't want to see him, even though he's rich. Tell him to send you some money, and then you'll see. You have to, like, these people don't understand. You have to be very honest with them so they can just either leave you alone or give you that money. Thank you, Antoinette. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because a lot of times people will keep trying if they can get you for free. All right. What to do if a man responded to me really long while on a work trip but keeps spamming me when he came back? It means to block him if he keeps. What is he spamming you with? Is he asking you questions or just a bunch of like random stuff? Just ask him to stop spamming you. That's what I would do. Please stop spamming me. Do you need something? You said, do I think James has other women? No, because he's always at home. If he ain't at home, like he's on his way home, so he don't have other women. I think like he's gotten past that point to where he wants to go out and do stuff. He's old now, y'all. Is it true that wealthy men prefer lean body with baby face, like a teen girl, meaning women save her beauty? I've been told that. I guess some men do who are like, I think some men do who are small in stature themselves because they want to look like a manly man. And if they don't look like a manly man next to you, they feel insignificant. So usually it's smaller men, so you got to look out for those. Uh-oh, member in the house, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said get you an old man, girl. Yeah. Shira, you're 24 and you have enough time. Sure, if you start now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start this year, girl. Get on it. All right. When should I start asking for money? It's this boy that keeps texting me and I just stopped replying. Just send him the Cash App or whatever service that y'all use to send money to people or get money from people. Just send him that. And say, why don't you send me something nice today and send the Cash App? Like if he keeps texting, who cares? If he's not asking you out, if he's not trying to move to the next level, then send him the Cash App. I mean, what are you gonna lose? Somebody bothering you? Just send him the Cash App, like literally. See what they do. They might surprise you. Sometimes you just gotta take the risk because they're not giving you no money anyway. What are you gonna lose? Nothing. You might get something. You said, what if you're in a big city? Move, sprinkle, sprinkle, or go to the outskirts or the small towns. You'll probably be more able to get a man that will spend more. Okay. You already bought 2 of my books. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Y'all get my books too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They're all in the description bar. Should you let him fly you out to Australia for your first meeting, or is it too risky? That sounds crazy to me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, why can't he fly to you? It's cheaper for him to fly to you. I'm not that desperate to get on a plane and fly all the way around the world to go see some dude that I ain't ever met. Okay. I'm gonna need him to come to me. Sorry. All right. Tips on keeping more than one. a roster, a book. Keep track of all your lies that you've told, all the money that they've spent. Okay, that's how. Gotta make notes. Uh, Tips on keeping him interested after all the tips and tricks worked on him to get him. Continue. Actually, you don't really have to continue too much. You just have to be and look good. Look how you look. Be who you are. Okay. After he's invested a lot of money in you, you're good because he's not gonna go and try to start all over spending a bunch of money on someone else. So the more he invests in you, the easier it is for him to appreciate you, to want to stay, and to want to get to know the real you without all the tricks and tips and all that kind of stuff. But when he start acting up, then you got to pull him back out. You got to pull the tricks back out when he start acting crazy or forget who he is and forget who you are. You got to pull him back out. Okay. But make him spend in the meantime, all up in between. Get his money every day, every week, every as often as you possibly can. That's what keeps them attracted to you. Okay. Um, and I know a lot of you youngsters won't believe this, but it is true. I promise you. The more they spend on you, the more likely they're going to stay and spend more. Okay. Um, You say men are always stopping in their tracks to compliment you, but they don't fully stop to speak to me or pursue. They can't afford, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or they don't feel like you're going to accept them or they can't afford. And we always say, right? If you don't have anything to offer us, if you can't make our life better, keep it moving. Maybe they just wanted to compliment you and keep it moving because they can't do anything for you. You have to realize this. Your ex is begging you to take him back after he cheated and he is a serial cheater. What to do? Take him to the dealership and tell him, show me how bad you want me back. Oh, the peaches, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, take him to the car dealership and say, now, how bad do you want me back? That's going to be the amount that your down payment reflects. Okay, that's how. Tell them to come prove it at the dealership, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because that's how we work around here. We don't take people back because they big with the money. There you go. If he can't afford a car, then whatever else he can afford that you'll take and accept. And the next time he cheat, he got to go right back and buy you something else or pay for something else. Okay, Aisha, sprinkle, sprinkle. As a taller woman, I prefer tall men, but does this fall into the category of considering ugly men? Should I consider shorter men for lifestyle potential? If they like you and you're tall and they have money, of course. All women prefer tall men. Okay, let me tell you that. Most women, even if they're 5'1", prefer tall men. So if you can't get it, get tall money. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Get you some tall money. That works even better. Okay, Queen Ami, thank you. Ami, sprinkle, sprinkle. Do some tall money. That works better because you know why? If he's short, people will think you're like a supermodel or like he must be really good at what he does, or he's rich, or he might be good in bed. So he's gonna look good standing next to you if you're tall. So it's an added bonus for him anyway. You said Kevin Hart got a tall girl. See, you said you love you a short king, a short king. You just reconnected with an old sugar daddy. Hold on. That you met 2 years ago. He sent you a picture we took together and said, "I'm ready to travel. Let him know. Provider men don't keep grudges." Okay, sparkle, sparkle. Get your money. Get your travel. All right. If he can't afford, okay, here's the thing. If a man has a lot of money, but he doesn't spend any on you or he can't afford to, why are you there? That's, I mean, that will answer half these questions. Um, okay. You said make them pay for ghosting, but how should I pay? Wait, what? But how should I say I think it's most appropriate if you get me a gift? No, like I would just say meet me somewhere. Like meet me at the mall, meet me at this store, meet me at the dealership if you want to see me, and then make them take you shopping. Go look at cars. Tell them to put the down payment down. You know, if they're trying to get back into your life and you don't want them there, the best way to test them to see if they are willing to pay is to tell them to meet you at the mall. Send them a link, a Cash App link, or whatever. You know, this is the, you know, um, I don't want to be wasting my time with you anymore. And if you're going to continue to the cycle of ghosting, at least I want something out of it. You know. Besides, they ghosted you, so who cares? If they're trying to get back into your life, they have to play by your rules now. You send them the Cash App, you tell them to meet you at the mall. If they don't, goodbye. Good riddance, you know? It's not like you're trying to take them back for no reason. You need the money or you want the money or you're trying to make them understand that they can't play with you. Okay? So that's the point. They can't play with you, they need to pay. Uh-oh. Amy, sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you wear heels out in public if you're 5'10"? If you want to wear heels, baby, sprinkle, sprinkle. Wear what you want. I wore heels. I'm 5'9". When I was out and about, I wore heels. Didn't bother me. Um, can you still be feminine if you provide for yourself because no one spends money on me or can provide for me? As long as you're not providing for somebody else, and as long as you're not going 50-50 in a relationship, I think that's fine because you have no choice. But when you are with a grown man, that should, be different. He should be paying. Okay. So yeah, you're fine if you're a single person. That doesn't matter. If you have, and man, if you're dating someone, then yes, you need him to pay for stuff. Otherwise, stop dating them because they don't really love you. Because guess what? If he loved you, he would pay for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So don't date guys that can't pay. Don't marry men who can't pay. And you'll be a much happier person in the future. Okay. Now, let me talk to all the women who don't ever think that they can get a man to pay because they just unfortunately unattractive or whatever. Okay. If you're on the scale of I am so unattractive, nobody will ever pay for me, then take all your energy, take all your effort and put it into yourself to make yourself look and feel better and build your confidence up. Okay. So that even if you're not the best looking woman ever, you can still attract with your personality, with your confidence, and with your putting yourself as a priority. Because a lot of men, they can have any pretty woman. There are some beautiful women out here who have very low self esteem. And a lot of times, if you are less attractive than one of them, but you're confident and you're more confident and you know who you are and you're sure in who you are and you have your standards, some men are more attracted to that. So you just need to be the best version of you that you can be. Okay. And don't sit there and mope. Get to the best of your, level up and see what happens. Okay. Uh-oh, A time and sprinkle, sprinkle. What's a good job, extracurricular activity or course to ask a guy to sponsor any way of getting continuous allowance? Um, Extracurricular activity, something expensive, Mhm. Cooking classes. That way he thinks you're going to cook eventually, but never do. Um, it could be painting classes because you want to start, selling art online or something. I don't know. Find something that's expensive and you'll figure it out. All right. Mm. Someone says golf lessons, tennis lessons. Okay. Those are good ideas. Sewing lessons, piano lessons. I think that's more for kids. Um, heard what? Someone says Pilates. Tell them you need to go to Pilates, and that's how much it costs. He wants me to. He wants you to look conservative in front of a family and decide what I wear, but follow naked girls on Insta. Okay, that's what most men do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you think he wants you to go naked in front of his family, girl? Sprinkle, sprinkle. What the heck? Pole dance lessons. So can you be feminine and help your family out financially because they don't have much? I want men to help me help them. You can, but be careful. You're gonna get in a cycle of people wanting money from you all the time. If your family can't get up and get money for themselves, you're only enabling them. If they can't and they can't do anything, they're handicapped, they're stuck, there's no way for them to earn money, then you're gonna, then of course you can help them. But if they're able to earn money and they're just being lazy or depending on you, then sometimes you got to back away from that. But if you could find a provider, they would definitely probably help you if you're helping your family. So you can always use that as a way to get money. I have to pay for my family, so I need some money for myself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can lie if you don't even pay for anybody's family. You can just lie and say you do. Okay. All right. How do you get a man you've been manifesting? You got to level up too, girl. And you got to go out and be seen. Go out to the nice places where they hang out. Look like you're approachable. You got to actually get out and do more. And it's a numbers game. The more you go out, the more likely you're going to meet someone. So keep going. Okay. So keep going out, looking cute. You'll definitely meet somebody soon. Okay. Shira, I love your elixir. Which one helps with the confidence? I say all of them, but if starting on phase 1 is good, sprinkle, sprinkle. And my elixirs are in the description bar below if y'all are interested. Thank you, girl. Okay. Thank you. So, okay. Settling for more also means the families are going to be different. Okay. You're going to have to deal with different types of family depending on the age and how much someone makes. So y'all have to remember that. Oh, Queen, will he express his feelings knowing I'm taken? Most men don't really care because they're only after really one thing. Okay, so they'll say anything to get it. Making them give you money is how you know that they really like you. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. So what was I saying before? Yeah. Okay. Families. Yeah. So if you're settling for more, rather settling for less, the family is going to be different. Okay. If you're going with the older guy, their family may be grown. Their kids may be grown. And they may not even have parents, or their parents may be super old. If you're dealing with somebody your own age, young, their family may be more judgmental of you. They may be more, concerned and trying to meddle in your business if they're still kind of young. Also, if they have kids from a previous relationship or marriage, they may be an issue with the baby mama and all that kind of stuff. So you also have to think about that. If you don't like baby mama drama, if you don't like dealing with kids, if you don't like dealing with people's parents, get you an older guy because most of the time you won't have to. Or very rarely, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, joyful. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So just think about that. You will avoid so many more issues than you would dating someone close to your age. You won't ever have to deal with a lot of that drama. You won't even get to experience it. So, um, think about that too. Think about your peace of mind as well as your financial peace of mind. You're not going to have all those people trying to convince you to do stuff or mad at you or parents all too much involved. You're going to have an easier existence. Especially if they all live in different states or too old, you're not going to have to worry about nothing. Okay. Or if they're not even here anymore, you're just free. Um, you're separated with 3 kids. Your husband pays child support, started paying less. He live alone and paying 2 bills is difficult for him when we sometimes live together. What do you do? Get a sugar daddy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go get you a sugar daddy. Because obviously you need some more money. There you go. Aren't you divorced? Can't you go get some more, money from a sugar daddy or another boyfriend or um mhm. You met a man who is ready to be married with a housewife and have kids. He's 43, a little younger, but has a PhD in chemistry and is in pharmaceuticals and regulations and has his own business. Okay, but he's 43, ready to settle. Well, make him date you and court you for at least a year or two. See how he acts because he may be different than he's presenting himself, and he sounds like he's very busy, so you may not see him a lot, especially if you have kids. Y'all might be alone most of the time if he's super busy, if he has his own business and doing all of that. So you're going to need a relationship with his money. So make sure he has enough money for you to get the house you want, drive the car you want, and not have to work yourself and also pay for kids. If he doesn't have that much money, he can't afford to get married right now. Okay. So let him know that you're willing to do that if you don't have to work anymore and if he can get you the house that you like. Otherwise, it could just be a trap, girl. I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take that bait. It could be a trap. So make sure he can give you the life you want. Okay? Um he disrespects and tries to undermine He disrespects and tries to undermine my shine and love to keep women humble, but he has good money. He intimidated by pretty leveled up women? Probably. I would definitely be making sly remarks to him every chance that I get until I became the one who would humble him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Like that could never be me. Never. I'm too crazy for that, baby. You can't do that to me because you will get got in your own face. I will whatever you say to me, I'm gonna make it 10 times worse. And you're gonna regret saying it and you will stop yourself before you start ever again, especially if we're in public, because I will embarrass you. So you just gotta embarrass him one good time in public or go crazy one good time and he will never do it again. Okay? Let him know you're not playing. Because men don't play with women who don't play. Think about it. Um, it just takes one good time. One good time. And then when you give him that look like you about to go off, he will shut it up. He'll be like, well, anyway, what I told you to do, then you give him this look. Well, what I meant to say was, you look very lovely today. You got to go crazy one time, like Prince say, and see what happens. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your job takes up most of your time to freestyle. I really want to meet a provider. Then take some days off, baby. Take some vacation time, take some personal days off, and go do your thing, because that's the only way. I mean, unless you can create more time. Mm-hmm. You said how to avoid creepy sugar daddies that think all sugar babies are prostitutes or escorts. Um, Tell them you're not either, but you do like to spend their money. It's like, I'm not either, but I do like to spend money. So I'm just kind of greedy and spoiled. Mm, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, Appreciate you, Calissa. Thank you. How do you get more? Wait. How do you get what? How you make them spend from long distance? Cash App, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Links to gifts you want. Cash App. Asking nicely. Only talk about what you want in the conversation until it's sent. Focus on only what you want. Don't move away from the subject until it is gotten. Keep talking about it. If you want a new pair of shoes, if you want some cash from Cash App, if you want to go somewhere, you need the money to go, just keep talking about it until he sends it. Otherwise, why is he there? Sure, you live in a third world country and you feel like the men here just ain't it. Okay, well, you have PC. Where do you live? You got to wait till tax season for all the passport bros to come down there with their Uber checks, y'all. And they will spend on you. So y'all look for Americans looking like they just got off the plane. These guys over here go to a lot of countries to spend their little checks. So I would say look for one over there. The passport bros looking for y'all. Y'all might as well look for them, because you know what? They got money to spend over there. Passport bros, y'all here? Sprinkle, sprinkle. They got to get some. They got to get their money up first to get down there. They got to save up or wait for the income tax check though. All right. Mega yummy rock star, sprinkle, sprinkle. You have some tattoos you're getting rid of. Should I wait until they're gone to get my provider in? Because I feel like only attracting a certain type of money right now, but I want that provider long-term money. Okay. Do you have visible tattoos that you can't cover up with clothes? I would definitely keep getting them removed, but I would still be dating or, freestyling or whatever, if I could cover them up, because you don't want to waste any time. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just keep them covered until they're gone. Mm-hmm. How to... Okay, see. Calissa says, how do I get my man to spend more money on me if it's a new relationship? Can he afford it though? A lot of times women want men to spend more money, but can he afford it? Does he have enough money to give you money? You got to think about that. What is his career? How much does he make every month? Can he even afford to pay your bills and spend on you? So you need to figure out his budget. That way you know if he can or can't. If you think he can, then you need to ask for more. Ask for more expensive things. Ask to go to more expensive places. You're supposed to be leveling up in the relationship, not staying the same. So next week, ask to go somewhere more expensive. Ask to go somewhere better. Keep going up instead of down, whatever y'all are doing. So suggest higher end places. Ask for something expensive as a gift and see what happens. Oh, Cleo, sprinkle, sprinkle. We all have sex, non-profit or business thoughts. I feel like if you're sleeping with someone who's not investing into you into some type of way, it's less likely they're going to appreciate you anyway, and they think you're free. Okay, so if they haven't given you anything, if they haven't done anything for you, and they just want to hit it or quit it or whatever, They don't think of you as somebody that is worth much if that's all that they want to do, because they can do that with anybody. If they don't have to work to get it, then it's not that special. So if you are going to do something, I would always say do something with somebody that always has money. Don't go for no broke guys just for sex, because if something happens, if you get pregnant, then what? At least if you get pregnant with somebody with money, you're good. So only deal with men with money, whether they pay or not. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's it. Lay down with some money. That's it. I don't care if you charge or not, but don't lay down with nothing broke. That's all you need to know. Preferably get some money though, okay? Some bills paid, some shopping, something. What if a known billionaire likes you, but you absolutely don't want to be famous or in the public eye? Then just get his money, girl, and become a millionaire. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh, Sure, how to always be in honeymoon phase. mm, How to always be in honeymoon phase with boring man with money. If he has memory loss or dementia, you will always be new to him, baby. He won't remember who you are, but when he see you, he gonna smile. He gonna be like, "Who are you?" "Oh, I'm the girl that you always give money to." "Really?" "Yes, I'm your girlfriend. You just give me money." Then he'll forget 10 minutes later and give you some more money, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you gotta find an old one that forgets, or an old one that's just very happy that you're there. Okay. Okay. The older they are, the happier they are that you're there. You said there's something dark about this, but there's truth in it. How can the truth, like, I know a lot of women that do that. They got them old men and they don't know what they're doing. They just, baby, you was taking me shopping today. You don't remember? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I know. You always forget. That's why I remind you every day. Uh-oh. Nik- Nachima, sending some springtime love. Make those dreams come true, ladies. No time for anything less. The world is your oyster. You decide what and who you are available for. That's right, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know that's right. Uh-oh, Princess Samantha. He asked me, what does it take to be my man? I want to say provide for me before marriage, but in a feminine way, because he loves how kind and soft spoken I am, and I don't want to sound like a diva. Okay, that sounds like you said it correctly. It's like, well, in order, for us to be together, I really would love if you could, take care of me. Say take care of me. Provide for me so I don't have to work anymore because it's so stressful. And, then we can focus on each other and I can focus on the relationship. Say it like that. Then he'll be like, okay, I'll do that. How much are your bills? Hey, y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Everybody in the house. I see y'all. Uh, what to do if he provides, but the sex is awful? Then don't have it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, Bill, scroll it on your phone. Be like, you done yet, baby? Because I found some stuff I want. I saved the links. I'm going to send them to you. This sex is bad, then let him enjoy it and you go shopping online while he's enjoying it. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. They don't care as long as you like they getting theirs. How to get the money without sleeping with them. Get them really old to where their stuff don't work no more. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. They stuff ain't working no more, they can't sleep with you. So I'm saying get the old ones whose stuff don't work. Make sure they got heart problems so they can't take Viagra. Then you good to go. All right? Mm. Or just tell them, I don't believe in sleeping with men until they're, I've known them this many months or whatever. All right. Allow and always internet. Sprinkle, sprinkle to you too, girl. Thank you. Um, you said men are angry. They always angry because they broke. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I can't help it if they broke. You said be careful because men are angry. They always angry if they broke. Shoot, they've been angry because they broke. I'm not going to stop them from being angry and broke. Just get their money up and they won't have no issues. All right. Do you think broke men scare me? How motivate yourself to level up if I lack the discipline? How to gain discipline? Just take it one day at a time and only make short-term goals. Like today, I need to do A, B, C, and D, and make sure every day you do those 3 things or whatever. Don't do too much at the beginning, and then you'll be able to increase daily. So just do it one day at a time. Like say today, I woke up. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna do my hair and makeup, and I'm going to go have lunch or drink for happy hour. That's all I'm gonna do. Make sure you do those things and then maybe add something to it next week. But stay consistent. That's the number one thing. Oh, Barry, sprinkle, sprinkle. You need a Discord, sprinkle, 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 girl. But if you don't have the discipline to do something, then find what you can do and start there, and then keep going from there until you develop it. Discord. Oh my goodness. Does your philosophy work for masculine lesbian? Asking for myself. If you get an older lesbian who got some money, you're don't sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so let me tell y'all something. A lot of these married women who are divorced, they may go gay because they're tired of men. So you might need to go find some divorcees out there or some women who have had enough of men because now they're trying to go the other way. Okay, and they may have some of that divorce money, that settlement money, and you might need to go get in where you fit in. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Seriously. If a prenup is offered, what should I ask for on my part? Whatever you want, whatever you think you're worth. Like if I leave, you got to buy me a house, a brand new car, and you got to put this much in my bank account. I mean, set yourself up for the next, stage in life if they leave you. Don't be sitting here looking broke. So make sure whatever you leave with, you're happy with. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all be seeing me on TikTok. I know. It's so funny because I don't even have an account, but they post it, so I'm grateful that they are posting. Okay. How to deal with a 50-year-old millionaire who has 4 kids and a baby mama he claims won't leave him alone. He claims he broke up with her and she won't leave. Just get his money, girl. Nobody care about her. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is he paying all your bills? Is he taking you shopping? She ain't leaving because he got money. Duh. Why would she leave if he has money? She's gonna stick around till she get what she thinks she deserves. A lot of women stick around until they think they gotten what they deserved. So either he need to break her off a large sum to get her out of his face, or you're gonna have to deal with it. But still, get your money. Like it wouldn't bother me as long as everything that I want, I have. Like okay. You're Lulu, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, I'm live. Oh, thank you. Oh, I know what that is. Thank you. Oh, Jane. I got a wig, y'all. Somebody sent me a wig. Yeah, so I got to do a wig video soon. Okay. How do you communicate that you will not accept last minute plans or calls in a way that makes them not lose interest? Tell them beforehand. Say, you know what? I make plans a lot. So if you really want to see me, you're gonna have to make plans in advance with me because I have a lot of friends and family that I always hang out with. So if you want to see me Friday, you need to let me know Monday. Tell them in advance. You gotta let them know in advance. And if they still do it, you know that they're disrespecting you. And then you can say, "Well, I told you that I'm gonna be busy. I'm so sorry." But maybe you want to make plans for another day. But tell them beforehand. Tell them right when they start talking about anything, about going somewhere. You need to tell them straight away. It's like a lot of men don't know that that makes you upset, so you have to let them know from the beginning. Hmm. But if you want to say it because it's too late, then I would say something like, "Oh, you know what? I just made plans with somebody. Is it worth me breaking them? What are we going to do? Where are we going?" That way he can amp up whatever it is he wanted to do with you, and you could see if it was going to be worth it or not. Then you can make the decision from there. But if not, if it's not good enough, then you're like, no, I'm going to keep my plans because I really promised them, and we can do something else next time. That means his plans weren't good enough. So the next time he asks you out, if he asks you out, they will be better anyway. Okay. And he might come back with a plan if he didn't have a plan in the first place. So you need to make him more responsible for that. Okay. You said your boyfriend wants you to move with him to another country. Nope. I ain't moving with no boyfriend. I need a husband to move out the country, baby. Next. Nope. No boyfriends. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Tell him put a ring on it and you'll think about it. Don't tell them you're dating other men, obviously. Okay, yes, no, don't ever do that. So, let me go back here. Yeah, you can't move out of a country with a grown man who has not asked you to be his wife or y'all are married because that is being a pygmy. All right. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't you think there's a difference wait, between being a provider and a predator? Okay, let me see. Don't you think there's a difference between being a provider and a predator? A lot of these men target women who are young and vulnerable. As long as they're over 18 and they're smart and they watch this channel, they should be okay. you know? And with the climate of how women think today, I think most women are going to be okay. They know that they're supposed to get their money and take no BS. That's literally it. That's all they have to do. A lot of people are afraid for the younger women out here today because when y'all were young, it was a lot different back then. We have internet now. We have people teaching these youngsters online how to get this money quick and stay safe, So we have to think about that. We don't live in the same era, as the young girls do that have access to knowledge now. So they know how to get this money. All right. There's a short YouTube video on Beyonce and her prenup. Okay. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Somebody wanted to know that information. There you go. You said predator comes in all forms, brokes left and right. Exactly. There's more broke predators than there are rich predators. Believe. Okay. More broke predators than there are rich predators. Um, you said, okay, let me see. Should you cover up cellulite and stretch marks? You have a nice body, but then cover it up if you don't want to show it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, if you look good covered up, either way, then it's fine. Like I feel like a lot of times women think too hard on these things. If you look good and you think you need to cover it, cover it. If you don't, then don't. Depends on where you're going. I would cover it if you were going somewhere like very high class. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What's your advice on what's your advice to a woman in her early 20s who doesn't want to settle down but be spoiled without marriage? Blessings to you. I say after the age of 24 or 25, then you could like really start considering who you want to settle with. Um, but before that, have fun. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Kier. Appreciate you. Before that, have fun. Just don't lay down with nothing broke and don't get pregnant with nothing broke. That's it. Advice for dating in your 20s and introvert. Girl, you got to drink and get out of the introvert stage, okay? Unless you're already drinking. You have to have a more confident smile and look approachable. The whole point is to get people to approach you. So you have to act like you want to be approached. I don't care if you are an introvert, act like an extrovert. Okay. It's called acting. You need to act like extrovert and then go back to being an introvert once you get your money. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Once you meet somebody and they're giving you money, then go back to being who you are. Uh, yeah, start doing like I say get your money from him and start your own business or save it or invest it, whatever you need to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Candy Queen, you're trying to meet another man, but you're having a hard time moving on from your ex, though I was making money from them. Should I wait until I heal? Honestly, the best way to heal is to get out there and meet more people. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, honestly, the best way to heal is to get out there and meet more people. That way you can see that not everybody is like him. Not everybody is going to make the same mistakes or whatever that he made, and that you're able to recognize when people are doing what he did, and you can like identify those type of people, and you are more confident when you go out and you can see what's for you and what's not. Okay, all these ladies that feel like they need to stop doing something and heal, and all this, you're not really healing. What you're doing is you're just wasting time. And when you get back out there, you're going to be all healed up, and you're going to think that you're ready to find another man. And when you do, as soon as he triggers one thing that reminds you of that ex, is going to start all over. So you need to be in there dating while you're healing so you can recognize. It's going to allow you to recognize game better too, you know. And it's also going to allow you not to be such a pygmisha and desperate. Because if you're not fully over someone, you're not going to just take anything that people offer you. You're going to carefully consider your options, and if they're better than the last one, if they can do more than the last one, and if they are, better than the last one. So it's better to have a really good memory so you can compare. But if you're healed and you think, okay, I'm better now, then as soon as somebody does something that messes you up, you're going to have to go back into hiding once again. So the same thing, like if someone gets in an accident, you got to get right back in the driver's seat so you're not afraid to drive anymore. And that's how I feel about dating. Like, too many people think that they have to heal. Heal while you date. I know men do. If they even have to heal, they don't need to heal. They just keep dating. Right? If you want extra, okay, y'all talking to each other. Your boyfriend is moving overseas, and I get lonely. He's focused on his career, but isn't clear about our future, thinking about getting another job to meet other men. Girl, just go meet other men. Why you got to get another job to meet men? Just go meet the men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Jasmine, you're 33, 5'10", a 59-year-old, 5'8", rich white male is in love with you. Ooh, is that too short? No. His money ain't short. Sprinkle, sprinkle. His money sound tall to me. Get his money, girl. He good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I wouldn't let that bother me if the money is long. Now, if the money's short and he's short, then I got to go. Bye. Shira, do you have any tips on moving out of town? No, moving out and not feeling guilty when leaving a young sibling with old parent. I'm 20. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Well, maybe the sibling can come spend the night with you every other week, or you could invite the sibling to spend the night every couple of weeks. And that way you still have, a good relationship with them. Um, I don't know how old the sibling is, but you can still visit. I wouldn't feel guilty if you can still visit. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know how young though, so you didn't say the age. Um, okay, you broke up with your ex because you wanted to follow your dreams, but he is very hardworking, but he isn't a millionaire yet. He is a provider. I don't want to be a lot. You don't want to be with him now, but I feel bad, so bad to move on. Um, then just keep your options open if you want him back in the future. Don't settle down until you feel like you don't want him no more or you've moved forward. Keep like Bruno Mars say, keep the door open. Leave the door open for him if you want to come back and he got some money, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And if you find somebody better, then close the door. That's all you got to do. And a lot of people, stop feeling this guilt. Men don't feel this type of guilt around women. Okay. Right. Men don't either he love you or he don't. That's it. They don't feel guilty. They just go and move on to the next. Okay. When you say you're fun, men think sex. Say adventurous instead. Then they'll think travel. Okay. Um, thank you, J9. Sprinkle sprinkle. Say I'm adventurous and spontaneous. That means you crazy and you like to travel. But it sounds like you like other things too. It could have a double meaning. How can you get a man to take you shopping? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Have a date next to the mall or in the mall. Like there could be like a restaurant. Some malls have really nice restaurants in them, or normal restaurants in them. And go eat at a restaurant near a mall, next to a mall, next to a shopping center, and then after, like make sure it's like in the daytime so the mall's still open, and then like grab his hand, like oh my gosh, let's go in here. This looks so fun or whatever, and drag him to shopping. Or you could say, like, if they ask you out on a date, you could be like, "Oh, I really would love to go, but I really need some new clothes. I haven't dated in a while, and I would really need to go shopping, and I don't really get paid until the end of this month or in the next 2 weeks. So can we go out then?" And they'll be like, "Oh, well, I'll take you shopping." So you got to lie. Or if you look like you already have money, you could say like, "Well, I just got out of a roommate situation and they literally stole all my clothes and I really don't have a lot of clothes to wear. So I'm going to need to go shopping and I have to wait till I get paid. So it's just a really big inconvenience right now. So I'm going to have to wait. I'm so sorry. My roommate is just like terrible. Make it seem like someone else's fault. Okay. You said your partner cuts checks, but it's control. I don't see how y'all let people control y'all. I'm gonna get checks and not get control. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I think women allow men to control them because they don't know what to say. Now, the best thing you can do is you can get that check and you can say maybe. We'll see. Agree, but don't agree. If they tell, well, you need to be home at the such and such time. Okay, well, I'll try. Then bring your mama home with you. Y'all got to play the game. You don't want no control. You know, go pick up your mom, go pick up your sister, go pick up a family member and bring them home with you. Like I was late because my mama had to stop by the store, or I was late because my cousin wanted to do something. Blame it on them. What he gonna do? Cuss them out? Or uh-huh, tell them you got stopped by the police. Got stopped by the cops, baby. There you go. Just keep lying and act like whatever he's saying is not mattering. It's like, And then, like, act like he's playing. Like, you're so controlling. Are you insecure in some type of way? Start analyzing them. It's like you must be insecure about something. You're you're overcompensating for something by trying to have so much control over someone. You know, it's okay. We'll figure it out. And just treat them like that because I'm not taking nothing from nobody. Oh, Kelly, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Appreciate you, girl. What's that? All right. What does it mean when a man tells you that you're weird? It means you're weird. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's a compliment for me. It's better than saying you're normal or basic. Okay. How soon can you ask for money? Mm, well, hint around first that you might need some financial help in the future, and then maybe the second or third. I would say the third date. That's usually when men ask for sex or start asking sexual questions. Start asking financial questions when they start asking sexual questions. Okay. Get your money. You said tips for starting your own YouTube channel. You need a camera, a way to upload it, maybe a mic, and some time. And you also have to stay consistent. That's basically it. And don't be too fake. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Fake stuff, people, I don't like fake YouTubers. It's like, if it's too fake, I can't. I got to click off. I got to go. Like, sounds too much like an instructional video. So I just be real. That's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's normal for men to stay hating on you once you level up a zero. I think only broke men will hate on you because they need some money and they can't have you for free. So they're mad at what they can't afford. Um, so they don't really count anyway. You don't count broke men as haters. They don't count. Sprinkle, sprinkle. La Peaches in the house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Trying to look at some of these questions. You said a man called you very demanding. What does that mean? It means that you know what you want and that you're not afraid to ask. Okay, Princess Samantha, how often should I go on dates with a potential? Well, are you getting anything out of it? Is it benefiting you? Is he asking you questions about what you need? Like, how can he help you? Or are y'all just going to dinner every night or going to do stuff? Is he trying to become a part of your life and give you money, or is he just taking you to eat? So if you're hungry, date as much as you want. If you're trying to get that money, then you need to pull back a little bit and start coming up with some things that he needs to offer you help with, but don't make yourself sound irresponsible, but allow him to offer you something. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And maybe once or twice a week is good in the beginning because you don't want them to get too bored. Where to go to meet men? Do you go alone? Happy hours next to nice office buildings or lunch next to nice office buildings with nice cars. They got a job, they got a career, they're coming from that office building, they got money to spend. They're always going to go there. Nice cars, people got money. There you go. You can go to, fundraisers, galas, and I'll buy your own ticket, go there by yourself. I don't mind going out. I never minded going out by myself. It wasn't a big deal to me because people are just in your way. And if someone wants to approach you, they got to go through all these people or wait for you to be alone. So it's more complicated. But being alone, you get approached more. Okay. Being alone, you get approached more. So think about that. The best advice you ever gave me is to stop caring. Broke man's opinions don't count. Exactly, Tanny. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Star Ruby in the house. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But yeah, broke men's opinions don't count. So if the man is broke and he's trying to tell you something, close your ear. He can't even tell himself something to get some money, They always want to, the broke men are always the ones giving all the advice, typing books and stuff in people's comments, but they can't type a book to get paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, because nobody want to read that. And most men, and broke men especially, don't read, so that who they won't have anyone to sell it to. They're too busy playing video games. All right. Sorry, y'all. Too busy playing video games to read anything. The only thing they read is the screen on the video game. What to do if a man who might have money only takes you on cheap dates, ice cream park? Why did you go? Sally, you should have always said no from the beginning. Only go on dates you think you're worth. Are you worth ice cream? I'm worth more than ice cream. I ain't going on no ice cream date. I'm worth more than coffee. I'm worth more, definitely worth more than a park. Okay. So every answer would have been no. Sorry, my lipstick costs more than ice cream, baby. My 2 applications of my lipstick cost more than ice cream. Sorry, bye. Coffee, I drank coffee this morning. Okay. Park, I go to the park every day and walk. Where are you? If you're not trying to impress me, move along. Period. So I wouldn't have ever been on any of those type of dates because that means broke. And if you do have money, it means cheap. And cheap is worse than broke. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. How some women get Cartier watches and luxury bags. What's the instructions? You got to know your worth, baby. Don't deal with nothing broke. And if they ask if you want something, tell them what you want. Open your mouth. Speak. That's how you get what you want, by opening that mouth, telling them what you want. Like if your birthday comes along, what do you want for your birthday? I would like Cartier. Preferably this watch. Here goes the link. What do you want for your birthday? This luxury bag here. Here goes the link so you don't mess up. You got to send links and be demanding and tell them what you want, especially around holidays and birthdays and whatever. Just say it. What are they going to do? Say no? Now on to the next. Oh, Sally, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Okay. What about a date to the pool hall? If you 19, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're young, if he's in a motorcycle gang, you got to have a Harley though. Okay, you got not the cheap one. You know that's where they go. They be driving around. They hit up a pool hall. Does he have a Harley? Don't show up there in no Honda. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, T, sprinkle, sprinkle. Tips, areas for in the evenings after 7 p.m. Most people that have any type of real money are at home by that time, because they have to go to work in the morning. So they usually do a happy hour and they're in. Anything else, you're going to find younger people and or people on dates. So it's going to be slim pickings, okay? Slim pickings. You might want to try sports bars in nice areas if there's any type of sports event going on. That they may be in a sports bar. Make sure it's a nice area though, okay? Okay, mid school. How do you feel about a man that has a woman he's been with for years, not married, but wants to be with me, takes care of me also. He pays all the bills and puts me through school. Should I stay? Get your money, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Stay until you don't need him anymore, then be gone. Don't think that you're going to marry him. Just stay for the money so you don't have to go work or struggle, and date another guy at the same time. That way you don't get too attached, and when you're ready to go, you just cut the ties and go, but definitely let him pay for you. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. AP, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Once you are 30 and above, I hear that men now think you're old and not desirable. Do you believe this? I don't believe that. I think a lot of men can't afford a woman over 30 because she has more expenses and wants more out of life. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. For example, I want to go travel. I want to go shopping. I need that down payment on that car. I need these bills paid. That's a lot more than a 20-year-old is going to ask or a 25-year-old is going to ask. So they can't afford their wallet hits the wall, and they can't afford women over a certain age anymore because the women want more in life. They've experienced more. Now they want to level up and get more. They want a house. They want cars. They don't want ice cream in parks. They don't want to go to the club. They don't want to, you know, just party and stuff. They want established men to provide. So it's hard for them. So they literally just blame it on the age when they can no longer afford women. Okay. Because a lot of the most attractive women in the world right now are over the age of 30. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You was told these days what a woman who has her own money. How do you feel about that? You was told men these days. A man these days who want women who have money want to build on her back. They're called Barbara the Builders, the women that go for them. I have money, but it's my money. So they have zero access to it. Okay. Zero. That means I'm going to spend your money and I'm going to save my money. Okay. I got it, but you don't know how much it is and you never going to see it because I ain't ever going to be spending it with you. So it really wouldn't matter. Yes. Okay. What to do, what to say when a man wants to go 50-50 on a date? Goodbye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what you say. Goodbye. Sure, a female rapper made a song called Dusty and it went viral. She definitely got the turn for me. Well, that's funny. Dusty. That's hilarious. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, just say goodbye. That's all you got to say. Good and bye. Because 50-50 is very much an insult. Because guess what? If he loved you, he would pay. If he want to impress you, he would pay. If he doesn't want to impress you, you're paying. Okay? That is the biggest insult. Sure, a female rapper. Okay, I already read that one. So, yeah, don't deal with 50-50 men. They're broke. Next. You started telling men, send you $1,000 if you're really interested. Is that a good method? I see if it works for you. I mean, let me see how you look. Yeah, you could pull that off. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let's see. Let me see how you look. You could pull that off. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your boo told me he secretly wanted to pay for some of our dates. Some. It had me thinking, do most men want this? I felt uncomfortable after he told me. Girl, hang up and don't call him your boo no more. Call him your ex because I'm not dealing with that. We ain't going out the days I have to pay. How about that? Sprinkle, sprinkle. We only going out on the days you have to pay. Because guess what? What did I say in the future and in the past and in the present? If he loved you, he would pay for you. Yup. There you go. I'm not dealing with nothing that makes me pay. That's just my standards. You gotta have standards in this life. You gotta have standards in this life because if you don't, you're gonna end up paying. Okay. Don't end up paying. Sure, why are some men saying it's a red flag if a woman is well traveled? They're saying it means she's a whore. It's saying that she can afford to travel. Men that she dated can afford for her to travel. And it's also saying that they cannot impress you. They can't take you nowhere. They can't impress you. You've already seen, the Eiffel Tower. You've already done this. You've already done that. What are they? The only thing they can do to impress you is to pay them bills. That's it. And they can't even do that. So they can't impress you. So they don't even want to try, baby. All right. If they think it means being a whore, well, at least you're well-traveled whore, paid, and you can't be called broke. Okay. Um, and at least you didn't have to go elsewhere to get a man. You got a man to pay for you to travel, right? Okay. Do you ever miss the game, aka finessing new men? Uh-oh, Barry, sprinkle, sprinkle. Not really, because it's all the same. I could finesse my husband out of something. It's like, I could play the game with him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, what do I want tomorrow? What do I want for my next birthday? What do I want for Christmas? What do I want for Easter? What can I get him to do? It's easy when you're married. You just think of new devious plans. Okay. All right. But you said new men. Now, ain't nothing out here worth finessing at this time. In my opinion, if I was gonna finesse someone, they would have to finesse me first, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Not financially, but they would have to impress me for me to even think that there was anything worth, you know, wondering about. Because so far, no. Can you meet provider in expensive gym? Yeah, of course. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, you can meet them there. Um, I go to expensive gyms in expensive parts of towns. I say that on all my old videos. Thank you for getting my books. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, does my husband watch my videos? He can hear me talking right now. He don't care. Actually, the other day he told me that he's glad I do these videos because these guys out here are pathetic and broke and don't want to do nothing for nobody, and they're little girls, and somebody need to tell them the truth. That's what he told me. So my husband is 100% on board at me doing what I do. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh. News. Yes, catching you live, goddess. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He from the old school where men had to actually do stuff besides play video games and complain. All right. Um, how to club and go to bars without money. Look good, baby. Somebody will pay for you. Get in before 10 for free. Okay. Order you a water until somebody will come and offer you a drink. Sprinkles or start a tab until somebody come pay the tab. Okay. That's how we used to do back in the day. Mmm. Gotta get my fruit in. How long have I been live? Okay. Mm. I was hungry. I don't know if y'all heard my stomach growling, but I had to eat something. Um, stop dating men in debt. Yes, do not date men in debt. Um, how to get into the swing of going to parties alone? Just go. Show up, baby. Be the best dressed. Walk in like you own the place. That's what I used to do. Walk in like I had theme music, girl. That's all you need is confidence. Okay. You've been chatting with a guy who plays into that symphony card of nobody cares about my feelings just to sympathy card. Nobody cares about my feelings just to get me to cater to him how to deal with this. Like I don't do men with feelings like that. I gotta go. Sprinkle. This is ultimate turn off. I don't like sensitive men. Gotta go. That means he's too feminine for me and I can't do it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh. Thank you, Exuki. Exusi? I can't pronounce that, girl, but thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Johnny's. He's asking me to come over to his hotel after first date. Where should I make him take me next? Ask for he's a football player. Um, a restaurant in the mall, so he can take you shopping as well, and go in during the daytime because they like to shop too. He thinks if he takes you shopping, you might go back to the hotel with him, or you're more likely to get something out of it. And then poor Aunt Ethel. Something gonna happen to Aunt Ethel. She's gonna make a phone call, and you're gonna answer that phone and get some real bad news about old great Aunt Ethel, and you're gonna have to head home right after shopping. You know what I'm saying? Fake Aunt Ethel. You know, you're gonna have a fake death in the family, and you're gonna have to leave with your clothing. If you don't want to go back to the room with them, but if you do, at least get you some shopping, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, you said it's James 68. I don't know how old he is no more. I stopped counting. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know he on AARP. All right. Do your daughters talk to men to your level? My daughters are too young to talk to men to my level. They're just trying to get through school, baby. um, yes. You said grief shopping. No, you get the news after you get all the clothes, after you do all the shopping. And he asks you to go back to the hotel. If you don't want to, then you get the fake news, okay? So going back to the thing I said about the feelings, I can't do somebody that's too sensitive. Like I can't deal with somebody too sensitive because I'll hurt their feelings. Okay. And then they're gonna say I'm narcissistic and I'm evil and all this kind of stuff. And I can't deal with somebody who is that sensitive. It just doesn't work with me. Sure, you have been watching since Thursday. Oh, thank you. Well, welcome. You're 35. It ain't too late, girl. If you still look good or you can level up, it's never too late. Get out there, girl. Get out there. You said, can y'all stop asking about James? Yeah, James take care of his business. Don't worry about it. He provider. He old and he old school. He don't and he thinks that men should be providers, and that they're too soft these days, and they need to do better. That's all y'all need to know about James. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's better to get 80% of your bills paid. Yep, better than none, baby. Get what you could get, but keep striving for more. Get somebody else to pay the other 20%, or you figure it out. When are y'all getting a house tour? Y'all go find it on my vlogs. I have house tours on my vlogs. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Go to my vlog playlist. Advice for 18-year-olds and dating. Have fun, wear protection, don't pay on dates. You're 18, that's all you're supposed to be doing. Don't pay, have fun, protect yourself. Don't lay down with nothing broke, don't get pregnant. Okay. At least let his family have some money, girl. Because I know if you're with an 18-year-old, he ain't gonna have no money. So make sure his family got money at least. Okay. If a woman single or 38 doesn't mean she has some issues. No, I mean she just broke up with somebody or she's dating multiple people at the same time. How to comprehend that you are the prize. I keep forgetting that. You're a woman, you're the prize. Okay, that's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you're a woman, you're automatically the prize, no matter what. If they try to make you chase them, they're the woman. And now you switch roles. Okay, so just think of it like that. It's that simple. If you chasing, you're no longer the prize. If they're chasing, you are the prize. Stay the prize by keep them chasing. Remember your role. You're the woman, the man chases. The egg don't chase sperm. Remember that. And if you forget, think back to your biology class. The egg does not chase the sperm. Remember who you are, baby. Shira, some women take months, years to get lifestyle. What do you think is the process that manifested James so quick? I stopped dealing with anything that wasn't paying. I stopped dealing with anybody in my face that wasn't about to provide. I nope, 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 nope. Wasn't settling, didn't care, was very blunt and rude to anybody that approached me. Well, you gonna have to pay. Can you pay my bills? I was very rude and blunt to anyone that approached me who couldn't do what I needed them to do. And then it only took me 2 weeks. Then I found one. It's a numbers game. And I wasn't even looking. I was just literally just sitting there waiting to go somewhere. And like he came over to me and I'm like, you know what? I was trying to get rid of him too. I was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with nobody unless they can do A, B, C, and D. He's like, well, I can do that. I got money. Where you want to go? What you want to do? You know? So I'm like, okay, well, let me hear what he have to say. And then we've been together ever since. Okay. So don't give up. They're out there. You just have to go through all the duds to get to somebody that's going to do what you want. Okay. It's a numbers game. Eventually somebody will approach that will do what you want. It's a numbers game. And also you have to shut down anything that's not what you asked for. Shut it down quick because you're wasting time and get distracted. You said how to stay delusional. I wasn't delusional. I knew what I wanted because I've seen it done before. Like if you see something that is possible and you see other women doing it, it's not delusional because it's a fact. I see a lot of women doing that, when I was younger. I see a lot of women who not talk to no man unless they spending money, who got houses, who got nice cars. I'm not talking to you unless you want it in. Okay? Move along, sir. And then eventually one will come along. That's literally it. You don't mess with nothing that you don't want. Okay? It is possible. You have to believe it. How do you think all these women getting these dudes? Because it's possible. They may not look like you want them to look, but they bank account look like how you want it to look. Their house look like how you want it to. Their car look good, So think about it. Okay. You said men love providing me with gifts and dinner dates, etc. But you want to manifest money? Then open your mouth, baby. Sprinkle. You got to talk. You got to start talking. You got to start coming up with scenarios of how you need some money. See if they offer to help you. The more a man invests money into you, the more money they will invest in the future and keep you around longer. So you got to figure this out. Like, do your dog need an operation? If you have a dog, but he needs one now. You can even have a fake dog. Get you some barking sounds on a video on your phone or on the computer. He's gonna think you got a dog. He needs some surgery. He's gonna opt the money up. Start crying. I don't know, but figure it out. That's your job. Figure out how you can get some money out of them. Okay. Let me see. Would you work at a golf course? Not outside. I ain't working outside. Are you crazy? I would work at a golf course if I was young and looking for me an old rich man. Yes. Then I would quit as soon as I found him. So we can't date and I work here because I get fired. So I fired myself. Now you got to give me some money. All right. I'm your responsibility now, sir. You made me quit my job just so I could date you. So give me the money. I'll be coming back to play with the old man. Come on, where we gonna play some golf? Where I used to work. Put it on our tab. There you go. What do you just want marriage, not really fussed about material? I just want the money, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Cree, sure, you're a natural comedian. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. But literally, like, most women marry for lifestyle that want lifestyle. You know, if you've been around people that have good lifestyle, you can't show up with something basic. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. If all your friends married well, if all your friends or people that you know or hung out with married up, or that's all you hung around, you can't come over there with nothing. Okay. So sometimes it's good to be around people that have leveled up lifestyles so you don't fall short. Okay. So if you hang around people that have certain lifestyles, you're not going to want to go less. I don't care what your husband look like. You're going to show up with whoever on a leash, but you're going to have your money. Okay. You're not going to look crazy showing up there with somebody with a six pack but no money. It doesn't work that way. You say all your friends pick me? Well, pretend they're not. If you have to use your imagination and pretend all your friends have rich husbands or sugar daddies or leveled up men who pay all the bills and you can't show up with nothing less, then you won't show up with nothing less. You know, you gotta be delusional in some parts of your, level up. So act like everybody you know is married up, and if you show up there with a dusty, they're gonna laugh at you and see what you could do. Do you suggest getting surgery as part of a level? No, I don't think so. Like, if there's nothing literally wrong with you, I don't suggest surgery unless you just feel like nobody will ever look in your direction. You know what I'm saying? If you can pull without surgery, you don't need surgery. I think too many women hop to get surgery these days instead of just trying to figure out how to use their brain and get this man's money. Okay. An old man don't care if you have surgery, baby. They don't. An old man is not gonna care if you have surgery or not. They don't even know what that is. You ask them, back in my day, we only got our appendix removed if we needed surgery. They don't know nothing about this. Just as long as you're young, you look good sitting next to them, make them look richer. That's all they really want. I think women do surgery and stuff for these younger dudes, thinking that's going to keep them from cheating or get them more money and whatever, whatever. I mean, if you date young dudes, yeah, get your surgery. But if you're dating old guys, they do not care, believe me. Old men do not care if you got surgery. Shoot, do all your organs work? That's all they need to know. See, all your organs good? Okay. Your eyes good? You could drive? You good then. Okay. You said old men don't even know what these plastic surgeries are. Exactly. So it said never expose your newfound wealth of a good man around a pack of wolves. Women desire possessions of the next woman. Thirst. Exactly. Or make sure they don't want whoever you got. Period. Where would these women be without all the fronting? They would be exactly where they are because women don't really have to front. We just say what we want. Like, if you don't like it, move along. Somebody else will. Okay. And a lot of these guys don't realize, like, you're young, you ain't got nothing, okay? But this old dude over here, he got a lot of stuff that he's trying to give away. Just want somebody to come take it, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just visualize and don't accept anything less. Yes. Miss Mimiso. Your man said that he will provide for me and pay my bills, but told me he wants me to do prenup. Should I agree? Well, put something in it, girl. And tell him you leaving with this much money, a car and a house. If you sign anything, but I'm not signing anything that leaves me short. I'm gonna need my money before I leave. Otherwise, don't sign because it's not worth marrying. How do I feel about prenups? If you don't make them for you, then they're against you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said there are targets, not bait. Exactly. You said think, don't be dumb. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to make the prenup for me, not against me. I ain't signing it otherwise. I'm not that desperate to get married. I find another one. You asked this old man who asked me on a date if he could pay my bills, and he said yes. I was too aggressive. He said yes. Oh, he said I was too aggressive. Can you please give me a softer way to ask Shira? Okay. If they look like they can pay the, okay, this is the thing. Do you have the correct target? Because if you don't have the correct target, they're going to take offense. They got to be the correct target if you're going to straight out ask. Otherwise, you need to hint around that you need something and they need to offer it to you. So you got to make sure they're the right target. When I mean they got to be real old or very unattractive, and they will do anything to keep you in their life. That's the right target who you could ask to pay your bills. You can ask them to pay one bill and then say, well, I also need this one paid too if you want to. Actually, I need all of them paid, but if you can't handle it, it's okay. But I really need some help, and it's just really a struggle for me. I'm going to have to go do something else, and I won't have time to see you or date you. You can give them all these excuses, but it's easier if you know they're going to pay. So you got to find the right target, and you have to just know, like, the older or the uglier they are, the more likely they're going to pay. So find the right target or have several. Maybe this one can pay half your bills and the other one can pay the other half of your bill. But you have to make sure that they don't look like they're not going to pay. Okay? Because they will if they look a certain way, or they'll pay something on it. They'll put something on it. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Okay, Sam, you're talking to an older man and he's looking for a connection. I feel he's a little reserved, that I'll use him. He's weird about giving me attention. Wrong target then. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Older is not old. How old is older? Sprinkle Sprinkle. Is he 60 and up? The older they are, the more likely they're going to pay something. Uh-oh, Sprinkle Sprinkle. What's that, Gletty? Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, girl. She sent me $100. My life changed because of you. I'm married to a man with money and an excellent provider. He happily takes care of everything. My money is mine. His money is mine. He paid for this super chat. Love you. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle. Tell him I said thank you. And thank you too, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, have fun with your provider. And I appreciate you. Thanks for telling us the story. I'm glad that you got your man, girl. And tell him I said, hey, what's up? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said y'all need to learn to have an abundance mindset about these men and leave them when you see red flags. Exactly. Go into every date, every conversation as if they're already going to give you money in your mind. Like, you already know that they have money to give you. You just have to figure out how to get them to ask you what you need. This is how you do it. Or if they're the right target, then you just have to find the right time to ask. Or the right scenario to get them to want to spend. It's literally mental. So you have to use your mind a little bit more. You got to just sit down, get your notebook out, start writing down ideas, what sounds good, what will give you some money, and then start practicing speaking it out loud. And then when you're on the date or with the man or talking on the phone, go into that conversation with a positive mindset that you are going to get what you want out of it, period. And usually that's going to help you a lot. But you have to know what you're doing, and you have to stay positive, and you have to have a good attitude. Okay. Otherwise, if you're going in a situation and you're very doubtful, scared, nervous, you're not practicing, you haven't come up with any good scenarios to talk about so that they can offer you money, it's going to sound bad. So you need to practice. You need to get your notebook out and start writing and figuring stuff out on paper before you say it. Okay. And then once you do that, it's going to sound really good. You're going to have all the perfect words and you're going to be able to get what you need. Okay. You said, would I ask for gifts on a second or third date? I would insinuate that I like things while talking. I was like, I love fresh roses. I love flowers. I love, perfume. I love jewelry. Da, 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 da. That way they know everything I like. If they want to impress me, they can show up with it. Okay. Uh, that's how you know you got the right target when they show up with something. After you didn't say it what you like, they're gonna show up with something if they're really trying to impress you. If they show up with nothing and you made it obvious that you like nice things, perfumes, jewelry, whatever, and they continuously show up empty-handed. They didn't listen to you. They don't want to spend no money on you. They just want to be seen out in public with you and eat with you. Okay, so you know, at some point you're gonna have to figure it out. They're not trying to spend, baby. If a man is asking to go out to dinner and asks you where do you want to go, what do you say? Name the most expensive place that you want to go. Don't name an expensive place you don't want to go. Name an expensive place you do want to go and see if they'll take you, since they left the ball in your court. So make sure you know your worth. You said he ghosted and you said make him pay. Should I say that an apology gift is most appropriate? You can say that, yeah, and send him a cash app as well. Um, you got to come up with things like how to ask, what do you want? Lie and say your birthday is coming up, or that you just had a birthday, or something, whatever next holiday is coming up. Or you can just say you broke something and you're so upset about it, and maybe they'll offer to replace it. Like you broke your favorite bottle of perfume, you lost a diamond earring while you were on the phone with him or at dinner with him, you lost the earring. He might buy you some more. Make it up. You can lie. Okay. Okay, you said, okay, I'm going to answer this question. If I was at the age I am right now, what would I do? How old is what? What would I do if I was single? How old is she dating? Okay, if I was single right now at my age, I'm going to date somebody the same age as my husband because he's going to do whatever I say anyway. He's going to pay. He 60s, in the 60s, baby. Sprinkle. I'm dating 60 and up, period. Why? Because they got that AARP, they got that insurance. They're going to put me on a wheel. If they got retirement money, if they retired early, I'm getting that too. Okay. They could travel. The kids grown. We good. There you go. They appreciate you. They appreciate life because they don't know how long they got left. So they got to spend all the money that they've earned and saved. So it's time to spend on your woman. Okay. All right. The reason why is because I don't want to compromise. I don't want to compromise my standards. I don't want to compromise my lifestyle. I don't want to compromise anything unless there's a younger man that want to provide that, then great. But whatever. All I'm saying is I'm not compromising my lifestyle. That's it. Either you come with it or you leave me alone. Or I'm a day older if you want more lifestyle choices. Okay? Would you still date for marriage if you were single right now? Yeah, because that's how you get the house. That's how you get on the deed. That's how you get on the insurance. Of course. If it's beneficial to me, of course. You get more benefits as a married woman. All right. I'm like, you know what? I believe that because when I was younger, I used to work in a funeral home, right? And there's so many cases where people were just shacking up or living with somebody or just dating someone. They had no rights. They weren't on any paperwork. They got nothing. They literally were kicked to the curb. So I need them papers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Um, but how many 60 plus year old rich men are out there? A lot. A lot, believe me, Ann. In America, a lot. And probably all of them. 90% of them, baby. 90%. All right. Would I accept a $12 engagement ring? He pays all the bills on our condo, but I feel they should have spent $12, girl. Is he gonna get you another one? Is that just like a spur of the moment thing? Or is that what he gonna marry you with on your finger? And do y'all own the condo? That's my question, because $12 is no. Are you worth $12? Is that what you're worth? I don't think so. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. My answer would have been not no, but hell no. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sorry, I would have said no and threw the ring. It's only $12. He ain't gonna try to get it. All right, he ain't gonna want it back. Yes, he don't want that, girl. Did he get it off of Temu or something? All right. What was your career? I went to school for funeral directing and embalming. So I worked as a funeral director, embalmer, and in funeral homes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Long, long ago. All right. If anybody ghosted you, they need to get you some money or some gifts. Yes. What's my sign? Dollar sign, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Is it bad for a man? Is it bad if a man says he's dating you for your personality? And only if you're not getting paid is bad, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's bad if you ain't getting paid either way. If he loved you, he would pay. For real. So you need to get his money, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, I went to school to try to find an owner. Like I went to mortuary school trying to marry me a funeral home owner. You know my goals. I was trying to get to the owner's stash, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, when my daughters get 18, will I advise them to marry 50 years and up? I'm advise them to not. I'm advise them to do whatever they want. That's their lives. But I did tell them I'm not helping you raise no grown man. So you better go ask his mama. If you come home with something broke, y'all better go to his mama house and ask. I'll help you, my child, but I'm not helping no grown man. But definitely they know better because they cannot go backwards in lifestyle. Okay. It's going to be hard for them to go backwards in lifestyle. So if a man can't provide what I can and what her dad or their dads can, they're not going to want them anyway. Okay. That's the beauty of, raising kids in a nice environment. They can't go backwards. It will be uncomfortable and they can't even do it. It won't even be possible. They can't go from living in this nice house to go living in the ghetto. They can't go from, having whatever they want to somebody telling them no. It's not going to work out that way. So it's going to be a little bit harder for them to date down because they're not going to be used to that lifestyle. Or if he's not rich, but he's generous, so he can be in a very healthy connection. As long as you're benefiting from it, then I think it's fine. As long as you're getting what you want out of it. But don't waste too much time if he's not going to be able to afford the lifestyle you want in the future. Okay? Because a lot of people waste time on certain people that can't provide the lifestyle that they're going to want in the future. Like in 5 years from now, you're not going to just want somebody nice with a healthy connection. You're going to want a house, some cars, the vacation, and all that kind of stuff. You're not just going to want somebody that's just there. You're going to want something more. After you get over that, you're going to want more. You said this Dusty you talking to is emotionally cheating. Oh, hold on. Girl, they all gonna cheat. Look. And he can't even afford to pay you. Okay, you're gonna get cheated on by a Dusty or a man with money. It don't even matter. Just go for the man with the money. At least you go shopping after, okay? They're all gonna cheat on you emotionally, physically, whatever. Just go get your money. And if they don't have none, now you've learned your lesson. Okay? So go find one with some money. If you're gonna be with a man, you might as well be with one with money. If he's gonna cheat, at least you could cry in a Mercedes versus the bus stop. Okay? Get your money. Okay, get his money, girl. Don't settle for less, settle for more. That's the whole video topic. Don't settle for less, settle for more. Okay, because guess what? They all gonna cheat, so you might as well get your money. I said, would I thug it out with your mom if he was having a drought for a couple of months? I'm not ever dating no man that have a drought, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got to be responsible before I even accept you. That means you got money saved. There ain't no room for droughts. Honestly, I'm not going to do that because it's just going to repeat. I'm not doing that. Now, if you leave for other reasons to get him to give you more, that's a different story. But if he's going through financial issues, then he need to level up. And you may need to date older men who aren't doing that anymore. Okay. You said some of these women will kill to get to the bag. Who? We just didn't date broke. Like, people don't date broke. Not when everybody around them is not broke. Okay. It's like it's like a fashion. Okay. If everybody's around you wearing something, you're not going to show up dressed the opposite to the event, right? If everybody around you is dating up, leveling up, got men with money, you can't come with one broke. It just don't work that way. So if all you hang around is people that have money or people that date up, that's what you're going to do too. So I say your friends are very important. If you hang out with broke people, you're going to be broke minded. So you got to hang out with people with money or by yourself in order to keep leveling up. Oh, JJ Sprinkle Sprinkle. What do I teach my 16-year-old son? I want him to be self-assured provider one day. To teach him to get a job and respect women and that he's supposed to be a provider and teach him that. Um, he'll get more women, the type of women he actually want if he's a provider. Hmm. Okay. That's the only thing I could tell you. The rest is up to you and your personal beliefs and things like that. But that would be the main thing to teach him. Respect women, be a gentleman, provide. Don't ask no woman to go 50-50. You can't afford to date her. If you can't afford to date her, work on yourself till you can. There you go. Um, Shira, what places can you find women to be friends with? A lot of girls just don't get it. When you start leveling up and start going to nicer places and dating older men or dating men with money, you're going to run into them. And that's what you want. You want to run into them while you're doing this whole thing, not before, but while. That way, they either already with someone or they can introduce you to someone or they already friends with whoever you're with. And they're attached to one of their friends. Like they may be married to the guy you're dating, and that could be your friend. So you have to sometimes go at it alone and stop trying to drag everyone with you. Okay. Y'all can't always drag your friends with you or make new friends before you get into the lifestyle. When you get into the lifestyle, you're going to meet more friends. And you may not stay with that man, but now you're in the lifestyle. So now you have friends in the lifestyle. And then they can introduce you to different guys. Or you can, if you finally get married, then you have these friends that you know from leveling up in the lifestyle. And it makes it that much easier because at some point, like, when y'all go out and meet each other, she's going to drive up in her nice car. You're going to drive up in your nice car. She invites you over for, dinner or whatever. Y'all going to go to her nice house and then you invite her to your nice house. Okay. It needs to be like that because otherwise you can't level up in the lifestyle if you don't have the lifestyle. So you're going to get the lifestyle. You're going to focus on the lifestyle. You're going to date for the lifestyle. You're not going to be worried about no Dusty and his feelings or going 50-50 with no, broke dude. You're going to be like, you know what? If she can do it, I can do it. They did it. We going to do it. My kids going to have this A, B, C, and D. You're going to be in a different mindset than worried about what some dusty broke guy and what he looks like and stuff. You're going to be worried about what car you driving, what the nice house you have, where you can go on vacation. Do you want to get a pool? Do you have you're going to be worried about things like this, not no broke dude. Okay. So get into the mindset first. None of that stuff matters when you get to a certain age. Believe me, this is why these young Dusties won't mess with anything over 25 because they can't afford it. Okay. You don't let everybody into your house, of course. But if they ain't there to steal, and if they invited you over there and it's equal playing ground, then who cares? You can't invite everybody in your house if they broke and jealous. Of course not. All right. You said who taught me? Who taught my sister? Well, I feel like she was naturally approached by rich men all the time, so it was very easy for her. Like when she started in high school, she started dating in high school. She like, dated guys with family money, girl. She started there. Because we lived in a very poor area. Then we moved to a very rich area, but we lived in like some little townhomes. So we were surrounded by people with lots of money and a culture shock and, you know, shock for, going from having a very little and going into a neighborhood and going to a school with rich, super rich kids. She had to hurry up and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So you know, she had like the high school jock boyfriend. And then after that was over, she started dating some guy that his family had money. Okay. So on and so forth. And every guy after that had money. So you can't go backwards in a lifestyle. You got to keep going forward. So you don't go backwards, you go forward. All right. Thank you, Jay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Advice for new and dating single moms. I left my toxic fiance baby daddy after 7 years, and he's only man I ever dated. I don't know where to start. I'm 23. Sugar daddy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got to find you an older man. He will pay all your bills, level you up. Maybe you can start your own business, get some of his money, start your business. I mean, take the shortcut. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get dressed, look cute, look for older guys, happy hour, lunch, next to nice office buildings, lubies for the older man. um, golf club, like golf courses, tennis clubs, other people say, gym on the nice part of town. Go join a gym in the rich area of town. So figure it out. You gotta put yourself out there to be considered. I gotta go in a few minutes. But you can't stay locked up thinking something is wrong with you. You know how many people have kids that score rich men? Okay. Y'all keep asking me about age range. The older, the better. If you 30, you need to go for 60s or late 50s. Okay. If you 20, you go to 50s. 40s and under, like 45 and under, they ain't gonna do nothing for you. Barely. They're not gonna buy you nothing big. And if they do, they must have a lot of money or really like you and willing to spend. So everybody, the more you want, the older you need to go. Just tell y'all. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. We need to book what? We need an ebook loosely based on your Sprinkle Sprinkle. No, I don't think I need to write about other people. That's kind of invasive. So, but thank you for the donation, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Just imagine you going from the hood to the rich part of town real quick. You had to adjust, and everybody around you had money. Just imagine that. And you could attract the guys. Okay, that's how you know. You just get your money and you don't go backwards. That's basically it in a nutshell. Get in where you fit in and get your money. I skipped the super chat. I'm sorry. I thought I got it. Yeah, let me see. Okay, Janet, you don't want to cheat back on cheating provider. What is the next best exit plan so I can benefit financially before I move? Maybe come up with a fake emergency where he has to give you a large amount of money. Hopefully you have a lot of money saved from being with him. And just go, because I mean, there's nothing you can really do. If you make him feel guilty, maybe he'll pay some of your bills after you leave. I don't know, but if I don't have enough money saved, or if I'm not thriving financially on my own, I'm not getting ready to leave a provider just because he cheated, because I don't care. I could cheat too, or I can just not cheat and get my money and save my money and not really be emotionally attached to them, because it's not about that. It's about me. So make it about you. And if you need to stay for a little longer and get your money up, then do that. If you have enough money to leave now and you're just tired, and go get another one. I would replace him before I left, though, just in case. I like having an extra. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get your extra. Get you an extra one. Start seeing somebody before you exit, baby. You ain't got to cheat, but at least you have an option when you leave. Thank you. So, yeah, get y'all's money. Don't worry about that. Because at the end of the day, unless they're the perfect man, you're not going to have nothing to show if you don't date up. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be dating broke and have nothing to show at the end of the day, but have a bunch of disappointing stories. So make sure you have some money to go with some stories. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You might have some bad stories. Your provider might have cheated on you, but how much you got in the bank from them, though? Where did you vacation? Do you have some nice jewelry after the relationship? This is what we need to be doing, collecting wealth along the way, not sad sob stories. You can collect both, but make sure you get the money too, okay? With Dusty's, all you can collect is sad sob stories, but get his money. You said, why men in the chat? Because they ain't got no jobs, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They video game broke. They waiting on Misha to come home and take it to get fixed at GameStop or buy them another one when they tax return come in. All right. Some of them over here stealing Wi-Fi from the neighbors. How long after you meet a... What? Oh, Taisha in the house, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your sugar daddy just lost his house and divorce. How do I slide? Is he getting another house, or he got to move to an apartment, or what? He ain't gonna give you no money no time soon, girl. He probably hurting. You need to go find another one. Keep him on hold. Tell him you're going out of town for a little while, and you get back, see if he's done anything, if he's reestablished himself. How long after you meet a man should you ask for money, and how? I'll keep asking the same exact question. Like, I've answered this question 50 times in this video, like literally. Y'all need to just get my book, baby. Y'all need to get my book. It is in a description link. It has question answers in here, and it will give you all the answers you need. Also, I have the wisdom of SheRaSeven, which will also help you. But y'all need to get this book. I promise you, this will help you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all like the video? Thank you. I'm getting ready to go. I'll see y'all on the next one. Thank y'all, everybody who donated. Thank y'all, everybody who showed up to the live. I know it's kind of early that I went live. I'll try to go live in the evenings a little bit as well. Not tonight, but maybe tomorrow night or the next night. Sometime this week, I'll try to go live in the evening for those who can't reach the live in the daytime. Just be smart. Write down stuff before you say it. Practice it out. Make sure it sounds legit. Make sure it sounds real. Use your femininity to get what you want in this world, okay? And make sure you understand that it's not as easy as people are saying it is. It's mental, okay? You got to know how, when, and the target. You can't just ask anybody. They have to look like they want to give you money first, okay? All right, I'm going to see y'all on the next one. All right, bye.